Hi, Dr. Saxena here, and we've been going to. I've been talking about something which was purely environmentally induced problems, health associated issues, and we have been on a kind of one thing which always I try to understand why there is so much of problems. And I'd like to look into some of the simple allergies which can correlate with what are your symptoms and all that. So I'll be talking about something like engine exhausts, which are there's something called diesel exhaust, and the people who for chemical susceptible people, the worst kind of engine exhaust is the diesels. And diesel exhaust is probably aggravating too many susceptible individuals and is often encountered in the course of driving and can present a real traffic hazard. I'm not talking about, yes, we are always worried about the kind of traffic as well as the exhaust, the way we are into the gas chamber now. Having read about Delhi, AQI and all that, other cities too are catching up in a big way. So we need to work it out. It's a big thing which has been done is trying to make everything green, but whatever, how still small things which you can do and can help you take over this particular things I'd like to impress upon. So this is something which I had never understood, and I was thinking about why the person who is sitting on the back side always gets sick, and what are the chances of the drivers getting into some problems, because most of them they are lined up. They are see the buses of which is run by diesel, and it is lined up. There is a traffic jam, so the person who is sitting on a fifth or sixth line, he's probably taking up a lot of diesel exhaust coming to him, and needless to say about our driving habits here and all that. Apart from that, you don't see air-conditioned buses, diesel buses, though they are coming up in a good way, but the need of the hour is you need to teach the people how you can always see. This is what happens is that if I'm sitting in the rear seat also, in the moving vehicles, it causes a vacuum effect, and whatever the exhaust which comes out of the this one, it comes on the rear seat, and there are a host of problems which can be faced. We see a lot of people quite happy that you get that air and all that, but what is happening is that all that exhaust is just coming back into your this particular stuff in the rear seat, and what happens is that you get noticed feeling of depression and reactions and all that. It sometimes causes addiction kind of things. It is responsible for so many host of problems, including headache and all that, and these things are being we are trying to understand. Yes, it is a not an easy thing, but I can always tell you these people develop some headaches. Passengers, they come from they do get some nausea after traveling through the bus trips without suspecting exhaust fumes as a cause, and this is the cumulative for passengers who are always on that particular this one driving going into that particular stuff. So yes, I do believe that you need to be careful when we are working on that. They get unnoticed, and when you this is has to be. I've been talking about aryl hydrocarbon, a lot of stuffs. We have got some things, all this hydrocarbons and all that which is emitted from diesel and pure petrol fumes. These are really causing some things, and these are because vehicles move very slowly at the junctions and all that. I believe there has to be a we need the buses, they decrease the speed and all that. And these are the hot spots of pollution, and in fact I was telling not to I went to that extent that the people who are allergic and all that, I told them to move away from that localities where there's a huge kind of traffic and traffic jams are there, not to live beside that particular thing, because something has to be worked out, and this is how we can look into things called diesel exhaust. I can go on and on, but I can always tell you, try to avoid such kind of exhaust and all that. When you are driving in your car also, try to see that your glass windows are up, because what happens is that it's a second-hand smoke, and it's far more dangerous. It has to be, and you always keep your AC or your blower into in mode, and not to get the outside air. You suck it. Try to don't do. You have got a option where you can circulate the inner air, and whenever you are finding a place where there is a good ventilation, you can open up the windows and all that. Try to see that the internal air is quite good, worked out properly. So a few of these things, I think this is what I have been talking about, and I felt like sharing with you all. And this diesel exhaust is a issue and has to be worked out in a proper way.